everybody, my dad thinks his podcast is amazing, so please subscribe, give it 5 stars or whatever, and maybe he'll finally stop talking about it. Anyways, welcome to Sobriety.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sober as fuck. Happy birthday to you.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
We're going to do that every show now.
Maybe. I'm taking requests.
Taking requests. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of Sober as Fuck. I'm Ryan. This is Jess, and we are Sober as Fuck.
And today
is a big day for us. We are 1 year old.
1 year. It's
Yes.
our first birthday.
Our first birthday for the podcast. We've done 52 of these, although we filmed more, which we've had some amazing guests coming up. But this episode is our 1 year episode. So we just wanted to come on and say thank you to everybody that has supported us throughout this. It's quite amazing that, you know, Spotify sent us a thing about our followers this week where we plateau, you know, we were over 1,000 just followers just on Spotify for the podcast, which is pretty amazing. I think it's, you know, for only being a year under our belt, that's pretty badass.
Yeah. And what started out as just like a goofy little stupid, let's tell our story. Really, you telling your story.
My story, yeah.
And then you came in the room one day and you were like, I need you with me. I'm so boring. I'm tired of listening to myself.
I was boring myself to fucking sleep. It was so bad.
And I think people really just liked hearing us together. Like it wasn't, you know, you or me. It was like us bringing out the best in each other. So good job, team.
Yeah. And we've, you know, I think we've grown a lot. I mean, we've obviously, as you can tell now, we have a little bit of a set where, you know, we started out with one nice microphone, a broken microphone, and movie posters and shit behind it. It's so funny if you watch what it's not the first episode. I think it's the third. Like the first two. Our first two
were just, I think, voice. And if you go back and watch the beginning of the first season, I have like a cheap singer, like actual like singing like a karaoke microphone. Yeah. And I don't know if you can see it in there, but I took electrical tape and duct taped it up, or electrical taped it up. And I remember you were like, what did you say? You said, honey, we'll just go buy another microphone. And I was like, no, we're not spending money on that. I said, listen, I have been poor and broke. I know how to do this. I know how to do this well. And I took electrical tape. You're like, that looks like shit. I said, I don't fucking care. I don't care.
I think it made it better. It was like, you know, grassroots, right? I mean, it's where you just start.
I should have brought that microphone out today and used it. That would have been great.
Yeah, now we got this, you know, all this electrical shit. It's amazing how far we've come in a year, not only with the podcast, but just together.
Yeah, with each other.
I feel like the podcast has definitely helped. You know, we're able to talk about things that we normally probably wouldn't talk about, I think, in our everyday life, which I think is really great. You've been amazing with the podcast.
So this is like
but I'm just an idiot behind the microphone.
No.
You know, you full time, all the time, it seems like, you know, you're doing reels and the website, which we came out with a couple months ago, which is just amazing. You know, most people hire people to do that stuff, and you've literally done everything 100% by yourself, which is just fucking amazing.
I have not. Okay, correction. I have not done it 100% by myself. It has been a collaborative effort. Yes, I've taken on the graphic design, some of the creative parts, but we are a team. We do it together. And you're not just an idiot behind a microphone. You're the person with the story.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories. which, we'll get to at some point. But I try to tell some. And
if I tell my story, everyone will just think that they'll be like, oh gosh.
Well, it's just,
is she okay?
It's amazing that, when we first did this, honest to God, I think I said this on my podcast that we did, I didn't think this fucking thing would last 10 episodes. Because like I said, I'm my worst critic. And when I hear my voice, that's why I don't listen to the episodes, which I probably should, but I don't. Just because, we really don't edit our podcast. And you put them all together and everybody, the feedback we get and everything is just, oh, it's so amazing. And how do you guys do this? And do you have editors? Do you have all this and that? I'm like, no, Jessica just throws it together and we just put it out every week. And here we are 50 something episodes later. And
right. We were on the news.
Which is just,
we're going to
mind blowing.
One of our previous guests, book signing.
Guerreri, yep. We're going to see her
in
this weekend.
Nashville.
Yep.
Super excited. Love you, Jessica.
Yep.
Hopefully going to another book tour. And
for Suzanne.
Yeah.
Where
we got invited to a restaurant opening.
Yep. In Brooklyn, with Rachel, which we're trying to make that happen too. So
lots of fun things.
A lot of fun things.
I actually, and I've been very open with this stuff. Like I went to my nurse practitioner to get Botox the other day because I get Botox every 3 months. I love it. It's amazing. I'm very open about the things I've had done. Anyways, and I walked in and she's talking to me and she just goes, I saw you on the news the other day. And I said, you did? And she said, yeah, I was like making breakfast or coffee or whatever. And I heard Abby on WBIR talking about a local Knoxville couple who hosts a sober podcast. And I thought, my client was telling me that she and her husband do a podcast. She said, and then I heard your voice and I thought, that sounds like her. And I ran into the living room and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Jessica. She's my client. And, that's really cool. Not that that's randomly getting recognized, but like, it's cool to go in and be like, I saw you on the news the other day.
Yeah,
how cool is that? But yeah, just two traumatized little nobodies. I'll say my favorite part though. Yes, we put it together. I edit. We do all the things. You have you have inspired so many people with your sobriety story. To say that you're an idiot behind a microphone, I know that's a joke, but like that is selling yourself short. I mean, your story has inspired so many people. But my favorite part by far, it is not even comparable about the podcast, are our guests. Our guests that come on this podcast, they come on here and essentially just strip naked and let everything hang out. And they're so vulnerable with their stories and honest and real. And we've had guests who were like, my family doesn't even know this yet. So surprise. That's right. And just, it wasn't easy for us to start this podcast and share our stories. Sorry, I have a hair in my eyelash, excuse me. But we did this knowing that that's what we were going to put out there.
Yeah.
When we ask guests to come on the podcast or when they want to come on the podcast, we tell them you tell your story and tell it the way you want it to. We tell them, is there anything that's off limits? Anything you don't want us to ask you about? Because we're very, very respectful of people's, privacy and we want consent. But overall, everybody's like, nope, I'm an open book. And we've even had people come on and say, I was so scared and nervous. Like I didn't know what I wanted to say. And then I got on there and it all came out. And, we make light of all of this, but the stories that they tell and the parts of them that they share with us and with everybody listening is just incredible. And I really, can't thank them enough because as much as people will reach out to us and say that we have inspired them, we have helped them, what we are doing is great. The honor is here because I have learned and opened my eyes to so many things from hearing all these stories. And so for any of our guests who have been on, you guys really are the rock stars. You are the creators, the editors. Talk about idiots behind a microphone. We just provide the setup. Like, you really are.
And it's
fantastic.
Really great because anybody that's, everybody that we've brought on, they're part of the, recovery community, whatever, path they've gone down, where it's 12-step or, reframe or celebrate recovery. I mean, there's so many out there to choose from. Some have just white knuckled it on their own. We've had a few guests that have talked about that. It's, you get into, we call them rooms, right? Meetings, whatever you want to call it. And when you get with people that are similar with you, it's very easy to talk about. Kind of like going into a meeting, and when you get in these bigger meetings, people are still shy and don't want to speak, and that's perfectly fine. But when you get somebody and that's had some time under their belt, and you get with people that have time under their belt, it's like you've known them for years, and it's kind of like old friends getting together and bullshitting and telling stories, and that's kind of what this has become. We're all telling our stories and going back and remembering funny stories, like our pee stories or our funny drunken stories and things like that. And that's what's made it a lot of fun. I mean, there's some real serious, shows or episodes that we've done, but it seems like we always end them on, a funny note, or, it's just, it kind of wraps everything up, right?
Well, because it's not to negate the seriousness of addiction, mental health, however you identify what you're struggling with. And there's so many. But it's also to remind you to not get stuck in those dark places.
Yeah.
Because nothing is ever all good or all bad. And we talk about that too. Some of our best memories are when we were drinking. It doesn't make me want to go drink again.
No.
But at the same time, like, that's a huge part of our story. And if you get stuck in this vortex of guilt or shame or beating yourself up and not being able to recognize that you're, a part of you is thankful for that, because it was a blessing that led you here.
Right.
And that's the thing with the peace story, because it's funny. It's not to make light of anything. It's to remind you that life is fucking hard, and we're all going to make mistakes, and some of it you take very seriously, but at the end of the day, don't take it so seriously that, you're self-deprecating. Like, we had Peter on the podcast last week, his episode. That's what inspired me to sing, by the way. Peter, if you're listening, I'm going to, maybe I will, maybe I won't sing on every episode. But, his singing every time he starts something is his way of letting people know that he's bringing happiness and momentum and thoughtfulness into whatever situation. And you have to, right? Otherwise, what's the point of all of this?
Right.
So I know you too, Ryan. I should say, want to give a huge thank you to every single guest we have had on this show. You guys are just so fucking amazing. And I really love each and every one of you. Like,
it's
really awesome.
And especially for myself, that's struggled like, everybody else that has pretty much, listened to the podcast. It's, my full, I finished my first year of sobriety, and then a few months later, here we are, we started the podcast, right? So now I'm 26 months today. Because today's the 20th. Yeah.
I'm going to pull my phone up.
I'm 26 months today. But I will say that, this podcast, because I don't, I get on meetings every day, at least attend one meeting a day. And, just because I like, I get some things out of them. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. And I like to journal about it and write things down. But, having this platform of the podcast is amazing, because it's helped me in my sobriety journey as well.
So I pulled my phone up because you made me think about it. And as luck would have it, today I am exactly 400 days.
Look at that.
Alcohol free. If you're watching, stupid thing. Look at that.
Yeah, 400 days.
400 days. 400.
That's pretty
That's
badass.
right. I love a good round number.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. Congratulations.
I know. I'm glad it wasn't.
I'll be 800 days in less than a week.
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that wild?
Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty cool.
So many things.
You'll never catch me.
And a little throwback nod to the first season. The laundry situation has gotten no better. I'm going to say it has not improved. And you actually had to fold an entire load of towels before you would come up here and film this episode.
Yes, that is 100%.
To completion. It wasn't like, put them in the room. We'll do it afterwards.
Nope. Going to be done now.
And it went something like this.
Wrinkled shit.
We went to a movie with our daughter. We walk in the house, right? And I say, okay, are we going to film the podcast now? Are you ready? And you're like, yeah, I'm ready whenever. Like, let's go. I said, okay. So I said, let me go throw my shirt on and then we'll go. You said, I want to remind everyone, I'm ready whenever. Mm-hmm. We can do it now. Let's go. Cool. Okay. Put my shirt on.
Those 5 minutes.
I come out of the closet and you're folding laundry. And I say, you said you were ready whenever. Yeah, I am. I'm ready right now. Fold, fold, fold. But are you, sir? But are you?
Well, I would have been up here sooner. However, speaking of closets, in our first episode, the damn closet light does not get turned off. I had to go turn that off before I came
either of us, by the way, because you don't clear.
No.
I would like to say Ryan is suffering from a little something called like pre-50s memory loss.
Jesus Christ.
He will literally do things and then forget that he did them.
Yeah, right away, like 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my Lord.
100%. I use this.
It's a year later. And
I use this.
Friggin' light still stays on.
Peel off lip stain on my lips. I love it because I hate lipstick and it gives me color all day. Yes, whatever. I am monthly high maintenance to be daily low maintenance. Okay.
Is that what they call that?
And I'm putting it on, like I'm peeling it off before we come to film. Okay. And he goes, oh, that stuff peels off. I said, yeah. He goes, I thought you just like rubbed it off. And I said,
I thought you just wiped it off.
I said, honey, I have done this, put it on and peeled it off at least 100 times in front of you. Most of the time I do it in the car because I'll slap it on and then wherever we're going, but when we're like 5 minutes away, I'll peel it off and do the whole thing. So many times.
But if I'm driving, I'm paying attention to the road.
Oh, give me a break.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Give me a break. But if I scratch my head because I have a bad picking problem, but if I go like this, you're like, don't pick your head. Give me a break. Give me a break. So, with that said, if Ryan tells you that I left a closet light on, you believe that at your own discretion. Okay?
I have evidence. I always do. And so sometimes I even post about it. Which I
just want to bring this up to let people know that some things just never change.
They don't change.
And you have to just accept them and move on. Okay? You just have to accept them and move on.
Oh, Lord.
But that's okay.
That's right. Exception.
There will always be laundry in the way of you and whatever it is you want.
Whatever. Moving on. What else do you want to talk about?
We have a lot of exciting things coming up. But first, I want to remind everybody that we are still, like, the shirts we have on right now are on our website. Let's start there. our-noon.com. You can get these shirts. We have them in other colors. I have sweatshirts, hoodies. Our Pride stuff is still up. It's going to stay up. And most importantly, our Bayless Strong shirts are still up.
Peter's stuff's still there for a while.
I'm going to be blasting stuff on social media about that as too. 100% of the proceeds go towards cancer research. What was the foundation called again?
It's in Canada. It's what Peter's foundation.
Peter picked it. The foundation, 100%. We do not make money on them, not one penny. It's not a water bottle, 1 cent from every whatever. No, it's 100% goes towards cancer research. And if you don't know who Peter Bayless is, he is one of our very, very, very good friends, and he was our last guest on the podcast.
His episode, he actually has 2 of them. Check them both out.
He's a musician and overall badass, and he was recently diagnosed with glioblastoma, which is the most aggressive form of brain cancer. But he is the most beautiful person in the world. So go, if you don't buy anything else, go buy a fucking shirt, okay? Everybody loves a t-shirt. Go buy a goddamn t-shirt, okay? Right. Do it for cancer. That's right. He won't use cancer as an excuse to get people to do what he wants, but I fucking will. Go buy a shirt. And then we have a lot of exciting things coming up. I'm super excited about Jessica's book signing next week. We will do a bunch of social media about that too. And then what else? What else do we have coming up? My 40th birthday just happened.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? How was it celebrating that? I know you did last year. You celebrated it sober, but was there any difference this year?
No.
I mean, we went and had a nice meal and you had a mocktail.
We had a good, yeah. No, that part of it wasn't bad. You know, I had like a full-blown emotional and mental breakdown like 3-4 days before my birthday about my mom passing. That was the hardest thing. So it's just one of those where I thought, you know, she's been here for every single milestone of my life. And your birthday, I know not everybody feels this way, but me personally, I do. It's a day that, it's the only day that she and I shared, just the 2 of us, because it's my birthday, because she had me. And so I just broke down and missed her, but I was okay. I think expressing those feelings is healthy. And then when my actual birthday came, I was fine. If anything, I feel really excited. I feel like my 40s is going to be a decade of a lot of clarity. You know, my 20s were making a lot of mistakes, having a small child. With your drinking, it was a lot. My family dynamic really started to kind of like my personal family kind of went off the rails. 30s was kind of like learning the lessons from all of that. And now my 40s, I feel like, you know, my people are sober. We have this podcast. Our daughter, I mean, she literally turns into an adult in the duration of our 40s. Yeah. And it's just, I think I'm excited. I think my 40s are going to be amazing. And then in my 50s, watch out. I'm going to be
taking over the world.
Titties out. Don't tell me anything. I'm going to just be, you know, all of that. That married lady who people look at her husband like, how do you deal with that? And you're going to be like, that's my boo, you know, like that's how my 50s is going to be. So speaking of 50s, you turned 50 in October. How are you feeling? See, mine's behind me now.
I'm fine.
How are you?
I feel like I'm in my 20s now. You know, you waste so much. I drank and fucked my life up. I shouldn't say I fucked my life up. For 30 years, I drank. You know, the past like 10 prior to me getting sober was like, it was bad, you know, really bad. That's when I kind of became like an everyday drinker. But, I mean, I had a lot of fun times in those 30 years. What the problem is, you know, you do so much damage and you get fucked up and you don't remember anything. And that's what sucks is, you know, I don't have a lot of memory. You know, even my childhood, I don't have a lot of memory, and I don't know if, you know, alcohol played a part in that. It could have.
Will you say that again? What? Go back to the sentence you just said. You don't what?
What do you mean?
What did you just say? You don't what? You don't have what?
Like a big memory of my childhood.
But you said you don't have a big memory?
Or I'm sorry.
So you don't really remember if you were the one who left the closet light on or not?
That was just last week.
See how I did that?
God, you just interrupted my damn story. I got to deal with this shit every day. You get me sidetracked, and now I don't even know what the hell I was talking about.
You don't have a big memory. You're gonna be 50.
I don't. Yeah, and I don't. There's a lot of shit in my childhood I don't remember. I really don't. And without pictures and stuff, it's fucking terrible. And I'm assuming, you know, alcohol played a part in that, and that's. I don't want to go through my life anymore not remembering things, waking up with hangovers on the weekends or even for that matter through the fucking week. So, that's why, Peter and I were talking about this last week. This, for me, this is a forever thing. And I'm cool with it. And, these past few years have just been, they've been fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Even this past year doing this podcast every week it's been fucking great. I love it.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to another full year of it.
I'm excited. I mean, you're so much hotter now than you were before.
That's what I
You're
said, man.
sober.
Look, I'm in my 20s, baby.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to be that hot guy in the back. Like when you get to your 60s, right? And I get to my 50s. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can imagine this, you're going to be like that hot, like George Clooney, like salt and pepper guy in the background. Right. And I am going to be like the crazy cat lady with big glasses who never wears a bra and like is just balls to the wall, amazing, and sober. That'll be the thing too. They'll be like, how many drinks has she had? And you'll be like, none. She's sober. That's just her in the raw. And you're going to love every minute of it. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And you'll be coming to my races like that, which I'm running races.
So excited.
Who would have thought that shit? In this past year, I've become like a runner.
When I get really old, though, like really old, I'm just going to flash you at the finish line.
Okay. Oh, my God.
With my titties down to my knees.
Oh, my God. It just gets worse.
I'm so excited. You can only do those things when you're like in your 70s. I mean, you can really do them anytime and it's fine. But like, come on, man. That's amazing. Your balls will be hanging down to your knees. My titties will be hanging down to my knees. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited.
God, please pivot to something else.
I'm excited about all the things coming up. It's very exciting.
Like this is where you really don't want to get to the destination. You really want to enjoy the journey.
I always enjoy the journey.
Oof.
Always. There is no destination.
Yeah, I'm enjoy the hell out of this journey. That's for sure.
Something else that's coming up is the holiday season.
Yep.
I have seen so many Halloween things out and about, and I know this is like a really controversial topic. I love every fucking minute of it. I love seeing the Halloween stuff out. I'm so excited. And I don't think I'm going to make it to Labor Day before I start putting Halloween stuff up at our house. I don't think I'm going to make it.
That does not surprise me.
Once the kids are back in school, it's fall. It's fall.
Yep.
I don't care what the calendar says.
Okay. Back in school in like 2 weeks. It's 100 fucking degrees outside and you want to go put pumpkins out.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
I'll get a bathing suit, pumpkins right here, and sit outside of the pool and be like, here we go. I'm so excited. What, that little girl? Halloween, it's in my soul.
It's in my soul.
Same, child, same. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. What are you most excited about coming up in the future?
Our guests are fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. We got a hell of a lineup of guests coming up. We've got more coming. And by the way, speaking of guests, we get a lot of people send us messages about being a guest on our podcast. Please, please, please just DM us your email and put that you would like to be a guest because we have stuff to send you. Yes. Or you can go through our website and also send it to us that way. That way we can send you all the information on it. Because a lot of this stuff gets overwhelming very fast sometimes. Especially when we've been doing this for a year, it all kind of piles up. So if you could do that for us, we'd really appreciate it.
And we invite everybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, something that I have found, and I'm just tipping my toe in the water on this, but long story short, I had told Ryan many times, like, I'm having a hard time finding my place. Like, I'm part of Reframe. I love Reframe. I love the meetings. I love all the things. But I have always felt like giving up alcohol was not a struggle for me. Mm-hmm. It was not a problem. I never checked to see how many days I am. I don't require a program because we were on here and you said something. Right. Whatever. Shut up. This is my moment. Don't interrupt me. I can interrupt you, but you can't interrupt me. I'm kidding. And I was like, I feel like I sort of invaded your space, which I know none of this is true. These are just feelings. And recently we've had guests on the podcast who are saying the same things, right? Like, I mean, literally speaking to my soul, like, verbatim stuff I've told you. I want to reach out to people who don't necessarily have like a rock bottom story or just quit drinking or whatever because they wanted to be better. You don't have to have some big elaborate story. You don't have to have a reason. You don't have to justify your sobriety or your wellness or going to therapy or whatever it is, like breaking that stigma of, oh, you're sober, you're no fun, or you're in therapy, what's wrong? Like nothing. I just don't want anything to be wrong. Like some of it's just preventative. And especially like, I'm going to sound a little sexist here, but like the women we've had on our podcast recently, some of them have aired, some of them haven't, but I mean, they're really, really speaking to me and pulling me in that way. So I am really excited about venturing into and connecting with a lot of those people. You know who you are if you're listening. And talking to them about just breaking that stigma of anybody out there, if you have had an overall life change, sobriety, mental health, whatever it is, reach out, tell your story. We want to hear it. We have a blog on our website too. So if you don't necessarily want to be on the podcast or you don't want your face or your name out there because it feels too daunting, share your story with us on our website. We can share it anonymously if it's something that you don't want everyone knowing who you are. Say you have friends or family and you're like, I really just don't want to share this part. Because sharing your story and allowing other people to read that, it's like a communal diary, it's like, it's like a journal. It's like a journal entry for everybody.
It's always going to resonate with someone.
Right. Of course. Always.
Even if it's just one person, it resonates and helps them out throughout the day. That's what this is all about. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like we're doing this for a paycheck or anything. We're doing this because we're just here to help the community,
right,
and make the community a little bit bigger and better. And that's it. I mean, it's a pretty damn simple message, I think.
So. It is. I mean, and I don't find it a coincidence that I was literally having conversations with you about, I'm having a hard time finding my place. Everybody's so welcoming. I just don't know that I want something that just resonates more with me. And then instantly we have people on the podcast. I mean, if you really put that out there that you're searching for something and you're open to it, it will come. Something else I've learned is you are not alone. I don't care. You can think that you're alone. You can think you're the only person having these thoughts, having these experiences. No, there are literally millions of other people having the exact same ones. And sharing your story, reaching out. I mean, we love to have guests. We love for people to share their story. Yep. So yeah, just email us at newoutlookонnow at gmail.com. You can DM us on Instagram. Or you can just anonymously share your story by emailing us and we can put it on the blog. I want everyone to talk about what they're going through.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it. That's for sure. Because like I said, someone's out there is going to resonate with it. And
it makes you feel better to talk about it.
A lot of times, for me, journaling was a huge part of my sobriety. Still is. I still do it every morning and every night. So I know the importance of being able to write things out, and that's huge. If you can write your story out, we'd love to read it, love to hear it, and share it with other people. That's for sure.
And we have a really good update. So I know that it's been a minute, but we had previously talked about a person in our lives who was struggling with some things. And I'm happy to report that person is thriving and doing really, really great and sober and noticeable difference. And we are so happy and
very proud. She's really turned her life around. That's for sure.
It is just really fucking incredible. And we don't name drop because it's not our story to tell. But I know we've touched on it, and I just kind of want to put that positivity out there that they're doing really, really, really great. Yep. And every day we wake up and so thankful. And even just like a couple months ago, we did not think that would happen. And so you never know. You just never really know.
Yeah. Something just, everybody's different and it clicks and you understand it and you get it. whether it's you do research, you go to meetings, you build a community together. There's so many different. There's no one way to do this,
right.
and that's something to remember. It's like our podcast. I mean, Jesus Christ, there's thousands of sober podcasts. Maybe we're not your cup of tea, but maybe another one is. Podcast helped me get through, my first 6 months of sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
I tried different ones. I just found one and stuck to it.
Right.
And whatever it is that helps you get through the day with whatever vice it is that you're having a problem with, that's what it's all about. And that's what we're here to do. Yeah.
And if you have any funny pee stories,
those we definitely want.
You don't even have to be drunk. You don't even have to be drunk. I mean,
just send me that shit. I'll read it on air. I don't care.
I laugh a little too hard and pee sometimes. Just send it to us. We'd love to read your crazy drunken stories.
Yeah.
Again, we can read them anonymously. We can put a beautiful picture of you up on the screen. I mean, whatever you want us to do. Just we really love engagement with our listeners. So we want to tell your story. We want to hear your story. We want to see your face. Yeah. We want you to be part of it.
That's right. Or if you have questions for us, whenever we do podcast just us, we won't on this one, but when we do, that actually kind of helps us get our podcast going.
Mm-hmm.
We ask each other your questions and answer them on air, which is really cool. So keep those coming in as well.
Right.
Yep.
What else? Anything?
Other than that, I'm just, like I said, I'm so fucking thankful for
me too.
Everybody that's liked, subscribed, shared over this past year has been amazing. Again, our guest lineup coming up over the next few months is just so fucking stellar. I don't know, just wait. It's absolutely amazing. And guests that we've booked that are coming on. It's going to be a really fun close to season 2, to get us through the holidays. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And please check out the website because Jessica's updating that, literally about every week. And there's always some new shit coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a fitness challenge that will be out the first of the year. I tried doing it halfway through and it just, again,
so many things. And we don't want to confuse people either. Like you don't want to throw so much out there.
Yeah. So first of the year, we're going to have, we did a 30-day thing last year, which was a lot of fun. Had a ton of people join, which we'll probably still do that as well. But I'm going to have something similar to like the 75 Hard program, except mine's going to be 60 days. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be really badass.
And if anybody is in the Nashville area next weekend, or we will be in DC and Delaware the following week, any of our listeners, and we're just going to be there just for personal reasons doing stuff,
Hit us up.
Let us know.
Yep,
let us know. We can take a picture. We can do whatever. I love how we think we're so important.
Tell funny pee stories, right?
How we think we're so important that people are going to be like, yeah, let's meet up.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, my Lord.
Like nobody
it's Ryan and Jess.
Crazy jagaloons.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sure you have laundry that you're itching to do downstairs, right?
No, it's not done yet. I think it's still got some time.
So here's how the rest of the day will go if you want to know. Brian will go downstairs and he will like journal and read and do laundry and dishes and all of that. And I'll do dishes in here and there, but I'm going to go downstairs and put the most comfortable sweats I have on, and I'm going to get a ton of snacks, and I'm going to get my dogs and my cats, and I'm going to cozy up on the couch, and I'm going to... I haven't been into true crime recently. I'm binging Scrubs TV show again because that's one of my favorites. So I'm going to watch Scrubs while I scroll through TikTok and work on social media and the website stuff all simultaneously because I'm ADHD and I can't do one thing at a time.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, so much. Reach out to us. If you ever need anything, just DM us on Instagram. Check us out on our website. Please, we are always here for you.
Yes, and go buy one of Bayless Strong t-shirts because it's the right thing to do.
Yes, support Peter. It's awesome.
Right. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
See you next week. If you love the podcast, which I know you do, please like, subscribe,
and hit that notification bell to get notified every time we post.
That's right. Dropping them, baby. Word.